The capture of Goma, the capital of North Kivu province, by M23 rebels in January 2025 sent shockwaves through the region. This strategic victory, a major escalation in the conflict, marked a turning point in the crisis. It underscored the M23's growing strength and exposed the Congolese government's inability to protect its own citizens, where even the United Nations peacekeeping force, MONUSCO, despite its presence on the ground, has failed. The fall of Goma had profound regional implications. It intensified fears of a wider war, with neighboring countries potentially drawn into the conflict. The international community, caught off guard by the rebels' swift advance, was forced to confront the reality of a spiraling crisis threatening to destabilize the entire Great Lakes region.
Hello everyone, today we will discuss the M23 military capacities. The armed group invaded Goma on January 28, 2025 after a few days of battle against the MONUSCO's Force Intervention Brigade, Samidrasi, FARDC and Wazalendo. The rapid victory of the M23 raised questions about its military power. Today, I'm bringing you one of the most alarming updates from the heart of Africa. We have conducted research and what our findings reveal is chilling. We can assume that the rebel group M23 is no longer a small insurgent force. It is a highly coordinated, well-equipped and internationally supported war machine. Backed by the Rwandan army using advanced weaponry and operating like a professional army, the M23 is now threatening not just Eastern Congo, but regional stability across Central Africa. Let's unpack how this happened and what it means for the future of peace in the region. Since late 2023, M23 has expanded its control across North Kivu, from Rutshuru and Masisi all the way to the edges of Goma and Lake Edward. According to the UN, by April 2024, they controlled more territory than ever before in their history, a 70% increase in just 5 months. What makes this even more alarming is that this was done alongside and with the direct support of the Rwandan Defence Forces, or RDF. We're not talking about a shadow operation. We're talking about uniformed Rwandan soldiers with advanced gear, occupying towns and fighting on the front lines. Now let's talk about weapons. M23 is using short-range air defense systems, mobile missile launchers with radar capabilities that have shot down Congolese drones and even targeted UN aircraft. They've deployed commercial drones modified to drop 81mm mortar shells. One of these drones struck and disabled a Congolese Sukhoi jet at the airport in Goma. Yes, you heard right, M23 is using drones as precision bombers. And if that wasn't enough, they now have access to guided 120mm mortar shells, believed to be similar to those manufactured by Israeli defense firms, weapons never seen before in this conflict. These tools have crippled Congo's aerial capacity. The Congolese army and its private partners have grounded their entire air fleet out of fear. The UN report details how M23, under commanders like General Sultani Makenga and Bernard Biamungu, is not only fighting, they're training new soldiers at camps in Chanzu, Rutshuru and Nyongera. They are recruiting fighters from North Kivu, Uganda and even Rwanda. Some join voluntarily. Many are children, forcibly conscripted into the ranks, a clear violation of international humanitarian law. These recruits are trained in tactics, ideology and military discipline. The goal? A hardened, ideologically committed force capable of sustained warfare. It is nothing short of military engineering. The UN doesn't mince words. Rwanda's involvement in M23 operations is extensive, and it violates the sovereignty of the DRC. Up to 4,000 RDF soldiers are believed to be deployed in Congolese territory. They occupy strategic positions, command battles, and even manage airstrips. Meanwhile, Uganda has allowed the movement of troops and supplies for M23 through its borders, despite official denials. The implication is clear. This is not just a rebel group. This is an armed proxy supported by 2 regional powers in what risks becoming a regional war by proxy. We are witnessing a dangerous shift in the nature of conflict in the Great Lakes region. M23 is no longer just a rebellion, it's a military actor with state-level backing and weapons that rival some national armies. But beyond the geopolitics and weapons, let's not forget the human cost. 1.7 million people displaced, schools and hospitals turned into battlefields, children turned into soldiers, civilians caught in the crossfire. The United Nations has sounded the alarm. The world must act. Share this video, call on your government to push for accountability, demand stronger arms embargo enforcement, and above all, do not look away. Prepared by Daniel Ozuku from the United Nations and International Affairs Institute. Thank you for watching.